it took me 25 years before I got into a real relationship. Now, this can be a very embarrassing, I guess, topic, but I'm like, you know what? I'm to a point where I'm just like, I don't care anymore type stuff. Like, that is past me. And I'm not ashamed to talk about it. Like, it really took me 25 years. It's not saying I was afraid of talking to girls or nothing like that or approaching women. It's just, we just never had that type of connection. Like, every time I try to take it to the next level, I would get rejected. And to be honest, like, I didn't really know why. Like, that thing been happening over and over. Like, I'm like, yo, what am I doing wrong? You can't tell me if you're getting rejected over and over, you're not starting to think something is wrong with you. I was to a point, I'm like, yo, maybe I'm just ugly, bruh. And part of it too, I'll be honest, I used to be really skinny, even in college. I probably weighed 130 pounds. Now I'm a little bigger, I got little tiny little muscles and stuff. I've been working out and trying to, put on some weight, but I started late college, so I saw a difference in the way women kind of treated me. Like, you can tell when you start really taking care of yourself, building that confidence, that women start really just, I'm telling you, looking you up and down differently, because it's like, oh, now he look like an alpha, but it's like, man, I'm a good dude. And I was kept saying that to myself, like, yo, I'm a good dude. Why am I not getting into any relationship? And part of it too, it was like, man, I started to really get afraid of this new dating era before I got married and stuff, because it was more like, oh, bro, you gotta pay for all these things, and you gotta pay for all these dates and this and that. Like, I truly believe a good woman will offer to pay on the third date. Look, if females, if y'all want to argue, y'all disagree, drop it down in the comments. But I do feel like if you are here just paying all the time, like, at a point, I was feeling used. And I had to tell myself, like, bro, this is not good. This is not how a relationship should be. And anytime I try to even talk to a girl about just taking it to the next level, some are the things, I expect from her, and hearing the things that I expect from me, it was like, bro, we bumping heads, and, they didn't see me past a friendship. You know what I mean? At one point, I got numb to just getting rejected over and over, because I was just like, look, if nothing is changing, I'm gonna just keep it that way. That's before I started working out. I'm like, no, nothing is changing. I'm not really doing nothing differently, but I'm being a good dude, but it just keep getting rejection after rejection. And I'm like, where do I go from there? It sucks. I'll be honest. Like, that feeling being suck. And, some of the biggest red flags I could remember, it's like, I remember talking to somebody and saying, like, man, look, like, I'm somebody who care about the way you look and the way you dress. And that topic, I don't know, I'm getting too low detail with this stuff, and then, but I want you to be on the same page as me. But I was like, look, if I tell you what you're wearing is too revealing, it's a reason why I'm telling you that, because as a guy, I'm looking at you from a man's point of view. Like, when you go out there, not just me, all these men staring at you. So you're dressed in a way that you're single. You're acting like a way you're single. And one of the big things for me, what I always told women that they could never agree on as well, is like, during that college time, it's like, I don't want to be with somebody who going out every weekend. Like, how you in a relationship, but you with your girls every weekend, multiple times a weekend at the club and all that stuff, where, like, bro, you literally exposed to alcohol, drugs, and just predators in general. And that was my thing. And I tell you, if like, they did not agree with that type of stuff, and those are red flags that I was like, bro, I can't see myself with somebody. And that was my thing. I didn't really want to be messing around and this and that. Like, I had my moments in high school, had my moments in college where no strings attached. Like, okay, I'm texting this person, I'm talking to the phone with that person, like different girls and things that I saw, like, oh man, that's cool. But it's like, when I getting older, towards the ending of college, I'm like, yo, I want a real relationship. Like, I want to start building something. That way, when I graduate, I continue building, and I can get to that point to where I can get married. And just a lot of those females couldn't even live up to the basic standards. It's like men have to do all these things, and it's like, yo, what about us? What do you bring to the table that can be competitive with me? Like, not even yeah, not even competitive. I might be using the wrong word, but how can we be equal? Like, you bring something, I bring something, because listen, a man will always have to bring something majority of the time. Like, I really don't care. Yes, they say, listen, the dudes who got nothing going on is the ones still hitting on the low. That's facts. But I'm saying, for the majority of the time, when you're trying to get to that point of marriage, you have to have something going on. And I really felt like, bruh, I had my stuff going on, but it's more like the female. It's just like, yo, if we can't get aligned with our beliefs and things of that sort, it's just like, man, I don't think it's gonna work. And the thing too is, like, girls that I was talking to, they would always tell me the things that I could do. Oh, I can work out more, or things of that sort. I can, get waves. I don't have waves anymore, but I had the waves and all that stuff. Like, I looked a certain way and this and that to be presentable towards their friends and family type stuff. You know what I mean? And only few I got near family, but majority of the time, looking a certain way for the friends to be impressed. Kind of like they were people pleasing. And yeah, I'm really making this video to be like, look, don't be ashamed if you're watching this. You never been in a relationship. You in college. You in your teens right now, late teens. You in your 30. Don't rush it, man. Cause to be honest, a lot of folks be just moving so differently now, and you really can't say nothing. Cause a lot of folks like, man, I can do everything on my own. I don't need no man. I don't need this and that. It's like, dang. So we don't need each other at that point. But there's still some great women out there. So keep doing you, keep taking care of yourself and building your confidence. And like I said, like, if it wasn't for me getting in the gym, gaining weight, I'm probably over 170. But that time went by and things of that sort. I just love working out. It's like therapy. But start really taking care of yourself and this and that. Like, I felt ugly at a point, and you can't tell me that's not deep type stuff. You know what I mean? So I would say, don't try to get to that point. Just really just focus on what you can focus on. The things that you have control of is really just taking care of yourself and just being a better version of yourself. So, folks, if you don't love yourself, how could you love somebody else? Don't be desperate to into fall in love with somebody who don't truly love you, or trying to get into a relationship that the other person don't even like you. You're just gonna hurt yourself more. And it's like, look, if you have to love God. Truth be told, you have to love God and to love yourself, because it's like, man, if God is not even in the relationship, it's barbecued. But to kind of summarize this, yes, it did take me that long to get into a real relationship, but I'm happy to say, I'm happily married, have a son and all that good stuff. So life is going, but the right person is always there. It's really about the right timing that God put in place for you and that individual to meet you at their time in their life, their season in their life, and your season. You know what I mean? And combining that and really not lowering your standards, but just still knowing people are different from you. But yeah, man, I hope you enjoy this type of video and can relate to it. It's kind of like a sensitive topic, but embarrassing at the same time. But like I said, I feel like a lot of people can benefit from this video and being like, bruh, it don't matter. Love is somewhere around the corner. I just gotta be patient. I just gotta really love myself, love God for what you have control of, rather than, man, everybody getting relationships, everybody getting married around my time. You rushing everything, and you create a disaster. Kids, you know what I mean. You get somebody pregnant. If you're a guy, if you're a girl, you get pregnant, and then now you two not together. It's another problem of its own. So really, just take your time. So with that being said, hit that subscribe button, like this video, man, and I'm really getting sensitive with this type of topics. But yo, stay blessed out there. Peace.